So when we talk about sustainability, what are we talking about and how is it evaluated? So Lili, do you perhaps want to just give us a little bit of a view on that particular topic?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, when we talk about measuring sustainability, and Mayke already touched upon green bonds, and she also touched upon the rating side. I just want to make clear it is really about how do you define sustainability? Because literally the word is the ability to sustain, so the ability to keep something going. And the question is, what do you want to keep going? Is that the enterprise? Is that the corporation? Or is this a broader idea of we want to keep our ecosystems running, we want to keep our society as it is with the well-focused economy that we have running? And that's a crucial difference because so I want to demonstrate that on those two sides, on the green bonds as well as the rating. And I start off with the rating. As I said before, in the rating, we are measuring what sustainability issues have a material impact on the company in terms of financial materiality. And how we measure that is we look really at the company level and at what issues are they exposed to. To give an example here, a chocolate producer is quite exposed to human rights risk in its supply chain because it's a high-risk crop. Whereas data privacy is something that Facebook needs to deal with, but not this chocolate producer. It's not that it is not important, but it just simply doesn't have a material impact on financial aspects of that company, on the enterprise value. So once we have defined how much is a company actually exposed towards sustainability issues, different sustainability issues, and as I said, we look at that on a company level. Sectors are typically exposed to a couple of these issues, but we really look at the business model of a particular company. How is that business model exposed to these issues? And then we look at, so having defined the risk that it is exposed to, how is this company managing that risk? And there we look at two things. So on the one hand, we look at what policies and programs did the company put in place? So how are they trying to manage this risk? And we look at the actual performance in terms of, is that working, or do we still see controversies coming up in that space? And for this controversy aspect that we look at, we actually screen daily more than 700,000 news items. We have a whole team that is busy with that the whole day. Of course, we're also using AI for it. But so that really gives us two signals. On the one hand, how are they trying to manage these risks? And are these programs and policies actually really working? And together with the exposure and then with how much of that risk is managed, we come to an assessment of the entire company.